Hey everyone. I miss you all. I'm doing okay, healing a little bit every day. Um, but I am doing the first summer share thing. So, my topic is a personal testimony about Jehovah-Jireh. To start with, there's a song by Toby Mac called Help is on the Way, and the chorus says, "Help is on the way, round in the corner. Help is on the way, coming for ya. Help is on the way. Yeah, yeah, I've lived enough life to say, help is on the way." And then later on in the bridge, it says, "I've seen my share of troubles, but the Lord ain't failed me yet. We'll keep holding on to the promise, y'all, that he's rolling up his sleeves again. It may be midnight or midday. He's never early, no, never late. He gonna stand by what he claimed. I've lived enough life to say, help is on the way." So, Jehovah-Jireh comes from the story about Abraham sacrificing his son Isaac, but then God provided a ram for sacrifice just in time. I have experienced this just-in-time provision so many times in my life, but really in these last few years. Back in March of 2021, my life changed. We were in a pretty good place before that. Sterling and I both had steady jobs, and while we weren't completely happy with the situation, we were overall happy, and we were comfortable. Then the accident happened. I don't think I'll ever forget that phone call. I'm sensitive to car accidents because my brother died in one when I was younger. So when I missed the call from Serenity School and I called them back, the first thing the receptionist says is, "Don't freak out." I, of course, start freaking out. She then tells me that Sterling and Serenity were hit by a car at the intersection right by the school. I screamed, which I'm pretty sure everyone at my work heard. My life changed in that instant. Thankfully, Sterling and Serenity were both alive and not seriously injured. Serenity is fully recovered, but Sterling now has a permanent injury, which affects his daily life and his ability to work. During the time immediately after the accident, and since, God has provided just in time. When we were least expecting it but needing it, money would show up. Once from an accidental insurance through Sterling's work, which we didn't even realize we were paying for. More than once, our church gave us some money. I thank God so much for my church. Other than money, we had friends and family surrounding us. We would get texts or be able to hang out, again, just in time, as we were struggling with whatever it was at that time. My best friend was going through a severely distressing time, and we decided to let her stay with us for a small rent. That rent, more than once, was our grocery money. We were in those separate positions to help each other out. Then Sterling's cousin needed help, so we took him in. My household looks a lot different than I ever thought it would now. In fall of 2021, I decided it was time to get a different job, as mine was draining everything that was left of me after taking care of Sterling, including a lawsuit for the accident and his father passing away from COVID. I finally started working at a new place in December that year, taking a significant pay cut, and without Sterling having a job. I believed that God would provide, and we would be okay. And God did. Sterling started working in January. Things were starting to look up again, though there were still some hard things to deal with. I learned a lot at that job and was even promoted. Then things started to get rocky again. Sterling changed jobs with some time in between, and management changes at my work made it very difficult to work. I had been demoted again and felt like I was on thin ice. I saw the position that I have now posted, but I didn't think I had enough experience. I tried a few other places instead. Then I finally decided I would give it a shot with the Salvation Army. I've always had a heart for missions. I wanted to be an overseas missionary when I was younger. It would be really cool to work for a faith and mission-oriented place. I got the interview and I got the job. It came just in time again. I'm making more money again. Benefits, all that. Then in February of this year, Sterling and his cousin both lost their jobs and are still unemployed. My best friend is staying elsewhere right now, so no rent from her. It's just my income and what is left of the settlement from Sterling's car accident. And now I've broken my leg. But I will not despair. I have experienced Jehovah-Jireh too many times. I know that God will provide. He promises to do so in many places in the Bible. Psalm 23 is filled with how God provides. Psalm 34:10 says that those who seek the Lord lack no good thing. Matthew 6:31-32 tells us that God knows what we need, so we don't have to worry. Matthew 7:11 tells us that God is our Father who gives us good things. Luke 12:24 tells us that we are more important than the birds. Romans 8:32 tells us that God gave us his Son, plus all other blessings. 2 Corinthians 9:8 says he will provide our every need so that we can do his work. Philippians 4:6 tells us to give our cares to God. And then later in 4:19 says he will provide all our needs according to his riches in Christ Jesus. All over the Bible are verses proclaiming that God will provide. All over the Bible are examples of when he did provide for his people. So, when things are difficult and you don't know what to do, have faith. He will provide. I have proof. He is Jehovah-Jireh.